What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, fellow hobbyists, and anyone else that cares to listen? Welcome to this episode of On the Bench with Pete. This is the series that you put on in the background whilst you're hobbying or painting, or perhaps you're driving or you're doing something else you can't hobby but you want something in the background to listen to whilst you do it. A bit of DIY perhaps. I know, because I've been doing DIY lately. I'll talk about that later. But anyway, if you want to hobby along, just grab some models and paint some brushes, whatever, glues if you're building, and we're going to be working for about an hour, so we can get a lot done in about an hour. It's quite a good time. Sometimes it's a little bit longer, sometimes it's a little bit less, but either way we get stuff done and it's stuff we don't have to do again, hopefully. So yeah, so let's get to the bench and see what we've got going on. Okay, so here we are. This is the guy I'm going to start with on this episode. This Clockwork Robot. I hope you can see him there. I was going to do a tutorial on him, but I thought, do you know what? I just want to get painting with him. I do need to do a tutorial sometime, but I've got the stuff I want and need to do. I've got this guy too. I don't know who he is or what he is, but he is an interesting miniature. But I'm going to be starting on the thing that's baffling me on this one is I've base coated him or primed him with lead belcher, because it's going to be easy. It's going to be like painting a Necron essentially, and I want a kind of bronzy effect for like the cogs and the things. But I don't know which bronze or brass. Skull Crusher brass I think is too light. Psychorax bronze. That's that copper. I'm thinking Warp Block bronze. Warp Block bronze and Balthazar gold. So that's what my thought processes are leading me towards with regards to those. So I think that's what I'm going to start with. Warp Block bronze. Give it a bit of a shake up. So I've got some stuff to talk about, and I know, you know, some people don't like talking about the weather, or don't like it if you talk about the weather, but I do. The weather here is absolutely beautiful at the moment. We've had a few nice days, but it's really nice and bright. The sun is shining, and I've been able to get my grass cut for the first time this year, so all looking good as far as I'm concerned. Have a coffee, because hopefully I mentioned grab a drink at the start. So we're going to be painting up some stuff now. Start with the cogs. Got some around. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Bit of dried up paint in the thing. I'm trying to save money at the moment, so I'm trying not to, because I'm saving up, you see, for a special item. Oh, if you've been following my On the Bench series, you'll know I had some trouble with eBay and a seller that wasn't sending me my camera, and I said I'd get my money back, and I have. I knew I would, but it's just a pain, being that you've got to wait so long for it. But that's okay, because I'm not going to get a spare camera at this stage yet. Now I've decided, I've changed my mind. I'm going to put the funds towards a portable sound recorder, you know, like a professional one, quality one. That's what I want to put my money on. And yeah. I'm trying to think of how to up, you know, my channel, and that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I'm just going to pop this Warp Block bronze onto here. I won't bother with washes until after the fact. I don't mind if I've got some lead belcher showing through. I think it might lend itself to areas that have been well worn or used or scratched or whatever, you know, on the bronze, brass. I don't know what he's made of, this guy, I'll be honest. I've just ordered my weekly shopping online, of course. For next week I'll be going back to getting the shopping manually. The reason being, Tesco sent me some vouchers, £7 off. Well, 2 weeks of £7 off, but the first week was £10 off. And like when I use up the vouchers, I go back to shopping where I normally shop. So, you know, that's what I do. So Tesco, if you're listening, you want me to keep shopping with you online, send me more vouchers. It's got a hair in my pot. There you go, got rid of it. That was annoying me. I needed to get that out. These are very fine, these cogs. There may be moments of me being silent because I'm concentrating. Once I get in my flow, I'll be fine. It's always the same when you do these. Not starting on Magnus today. I mean, I don't know, I just not sure if I've got a steady enough hand today. But that's okay. I can always come back to him. Some days I seem to have a steadier hand than others. This is one of my interesting miniatures, as it turns out. Yeah. And I've got the scientist that invented him. Well, in my world, I've got the scientist that invented him as well. I may do Balthazar gold in the middle here or something. I don't know. I might just do this all the way up. Knee's still sore. I think I've got arthritis in my knee. Well, I'm like 98% sure I've got arthritis in my knee, which hurts. It's a pain when you need to kneel down though, and at the moment I just can't. I've been doing DIY. Anyway, let's talk about that. DIY in the house. I'm trying to think of it as 1:1 scale terrain building and painting. That way I don't, you know, feel like I'm working when I'm working. It doesn't feel like work. I may have some more editorial work coming my way, other than my wife's book, I mean, but I don't know for sure yet, so I better not say too much. It kind of dried up after Christmas. I was kind of all set up to Christmas, and because I edit. I'm an editor. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright. So done the ones on his hips, as it were. Let's do shoulders now, shall we? I'm thinking I need to do some Balthazar gold on my terrain pieces, so I might be switching to that in this episode. Now I've just turned on my timer because I forget to do that frequently. So now I will not know exactly for sure how long I've been running. Warplock bronze. It's a very dark colour, and I might highlight it with some Balthazar gold, because that's quite a dark colour in and of itself, but this is really dark. Yeah, there's not a lot to this guy, this robot, this Clockwork Robot. So yeah, cut the grass, first time of the year. Now that means summer's on its way, it's definitely coming. And I'm glad about that. So instead of the Game of Thrones adage of winter is coming, summer is coming. Summer is coming. You know it to be true. So I'll be swapping out my heater for my desktop fan. So we'll be hearing that blowing hopefully in the not too distant in videos like this. Obviously not ones where I do voiceover, but it's a very unusual miniature. I mean, it's part of my interesting miniatures, but I describe it more as unusual than interesting. I would. Right, I think he's got one on his chest plate there. Try not to shake too much, but my hands are quite shaky today. I don't know what dictates it from day to day. But yeah. I went out earlier to get some gas and electric, and because on the route they're cutting down a load of trees and tree branches and that over the road, the overhang, I decided I'm going a different way home, so a bit of a long way home. But yeah. Shop was quite quiet for a change. This is a very dark bronze. There. So I think that's all the bronze bits I want to do on him. For now anyway, yeah. I think so. I might do the top of his head. The middle central bit. Yeah. So there, that will do him, I think. Not bad. When he's dry, I'll give him a wash, and then we'll be in good shape. So, I don't have TV anymore. I haven't had TV for many years now, actually. When I say I don't have TV, I have a TV screen. Let me just have some coffee a moment, I'll explain. But I don't have a TV package coming in, like a Freeview or anything. So I will be missing the Wimbledon this year. And I always like Wimbledon because I know it's, the signed summer's here. It makes me feel good. What did I do the other one? Oh, there it is. Makes me feel good. I need to do his bow tie. First off, I thought I'll do it pink, but I think I'll do it white. And I will be adding red spots to it, but for now it's going to be white. So, white scar. Over there. There's not a very big area on this bow tie. watched Columbo the other day. And does anybody remember Columbo? Is anybody old enough? Well, anyway, I watched the episode with the Doberman dogs that the murderer trains to kill on a command word when the victim is on his phone, which was quite good. The guy is a film buff. He calls his dogs Laurel and Hardy. And the killer word command was Rosebud. I don't know if you remember it. The episode was called How to Dial a Murder. It's season 7, I think. One of the latest seasons anyway, Columbo. Right, so that's his bow tie done. Looking on her. Does she have anything? I don't think so. It's pretty much there. Well, this guy. Do I want him to have like a red coat? Oh, I know what else I was going to do. His shades. I'm going to do them with the lead belcher, then I'm going to do them with the gemstone effect, just to tint the glasses. Yeah, works for me. Works for me. Right, so they done. Now, do I switch to? I was gonna say, do I switch to my terrain or should I do the feather in his hat? I'll do the feather. Do that white scar as well. We'll do that white scar, yeah. Little details, but then, like I said, these are details you won't have to do again. What that stage of the detail, you won't have to do again. So as I record this, and this won't be the case when you see it, but as I record it, I see a lot of videos coming out for people's thoughts on Salute this year, what they thought of it and what they got and stuff. And as like last year, I felt no sense of loss at not having gone, other than it would have been nice to meet people, but I just can't justify the expense it takes me to get there. It takes me about £100 just to get there and back, and I'll be honest, it's just, I can't afford it, I would rather spend that £100 on models or something else, hobby related. But I would like to meet people. I mean, I've been 2 years in a row, 2015, 2016, and I had a good experience and a not so good experience. Yeah, that'll do for his feather. I'll be honest. Now, bring the Inquisitor back down there. And my piece of terrain. Let's move these brushes out of the way. I'm going to be using them. I'll zoom out a bit for this one. I'm going to base coat these bottom bits in Warp Lock bronze, and then I shall highlight them with Balthazar gold, and then maybe Stormhost silver. I don't know. See how it goes with these. Running out of room here. Some thinners and some drying retarder. Right. Now I remember this is an awkward model to hold. So try not to lean on the corners. That's how one snapped off last time. Had to glue it back on again. Right, so I'll be going off camera a lot doing this, but it's a necessary evil. Sometimes I like doing terrain, and other times I don't. So it's a very fickle thing with me, terrain. I mean, I hugely enjoyed making from scratch my Congo terrain, but then other times I just don't want to make it. You know, I'd rather paint the figures. Of course I would. Who wouldn't? Right, so that one done. This is quite a big brush, but it's quite a big area. It's a base coat anyway. Ah dear, wrong one. Yeah, I'll be off camera for a little while doing this, but that's okay. My wife and I say I, it's we, cleaned out our other shed, which was always going to be part of Mini Warzone, but never got around to it. It was kind of like just like the junk shed, to be honest. And you couldn't move, couldn't even get in the door. Now you can get in, move around, see what you want to get, and yeah, it's very cool. That's 2 done. These brushes in. Yeah, I might highlight them with Storm Silver or Rune Fang Steel. I don't know. There'll be a few highlights on these, though. A few layers of highlights. I'll see how it goes. See which way it looks like it might be best, have the best effect. Towards the silver end of the spectrum or not. Right, so I've nearly done one complete side here with these decorative stanchion things. So we'll be back soon. But isn't this brilliant? I mean, I don't particularly enjoy this sort of thing here that I'm doing now, but it's not that I hate it or anything. I'd sooner be painting Magnus. But I'm hoping to have a game of 40k lined up soon. I'd like some of this terrain to go on the table, rather than the same old boring stuff I've been using. It would just be nice to have some new stuff going on there. We're doing alright, we're doing okay. Whew, 3 more to go. Be 2 after this one. That's how you gotta look at things. Like when you wake up on a Monday, you think, oh, there's only 4 more days to go after the day. And Tuesday, oh, there's only 3 more days. Used to do that. Wednesday, oh, we're halfway through the week. Over. I was terrible in work. Yeah. I was a bit of a joker when I worked for Royal Mail. People knew me. I'd come in, I'd say things like, first words out of my mouth would be, "It's time to go home yet," you know, and everybody would think, "Oh, all day to go, yeah. Shut up," you know. That was very funny. I thought it was funny. Can't have a laugh, because, you know, it's a sad thing, isn't it? Filling in some gaps that I noticed I'd missed. Spots I'd missed. So I noticed that when I've been painting walls lately. I think it's difficult to tell in the light sometimes if I missed a spot, or is that okay, or is that just where that section is drying? You're in your own light, aren't you, a lot of the time? And it's difficult to tell. Gonna have to pop some more whopped up bronze onto the thing here. Looking at the subscriber count for some of the big YouTubers in our niche, though, I'm kind of blown away by the number of subscribers they have, and I'm like, wow, that tells me at least that it's possible to get to a respectable subscriber count. Think will be there. I'm wondering if I put any of that oxide paint on this or not. Might do. Right. So that is the Clockwork bronze. Yeah. Sip of coffee. Now, I've got places on there. This, you might just go in Balthazar Gold on that one. I think. You know, but hang on, do I? I'm just making sure I haven't missed any spots here. Well, actually, I think I have missed some spots. So I'm just going around, making sure I got them all. Wow, I missed quite a few spots, it would seem. So, right, so that's Warplock bronze. Question is, do I do this piece Warplock bronze as a base coat? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. So slightly smaller brush. Still put a bit of retarder on it though. And drop of thinner. There we are, that's all you need. I won't be using this brush to apply it though. I shall use a detail brush. Yeah. This might even need 2 coats, don't you know? And that stanchion no, that's alright, I'll leave it as it is, I think. I won't put any washes on till all the metallics have been covered. Right, yeah. I think I'll leave that as is for the time being. Skulls, I think I will do as skulls, though. Definitely. Well, my timer's on half an hour, so I don't know. Don't know what time we are actually at. About 40 minutes. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of skulls on here. An awful lot of skulls. That's okay. Well, I need to. I'm going to put Balthazar gold on these, though. And perhaps the lamps. Balthazar gold. So, switch out that for that. Move that to one side. Balthazar gold. So I've got two little things here, which I would like to do in Balthazar gold. So, and maybe the lamps as well, I don't know. So, 2 drops of thinners, 1 of drying retarder, off we go. I'll use my character brush, I think. So yeah, we'll do these gold. These might want 2 coats as well. Just trouble filling it down like that. That's okay. Do the bottom bit silver. So lead belcher rather. Yeah. Works for me. And the rest of it Balthazar gold. See, these skulls are on here. I'm gonna make them gold, but all the other skulls I'm going to paint as skulls because I want to. That's the answer. Well, otherwise it'll be overwhelmingly gold, I think. I don't want it to be overwhelmingly gold. Anyway, I could possibly use it as a chaos stronghold then as well at some point, if I wanted to. If I ever build up my chaos army enough. What do you think? Anyway, let's talk about this upcoming game I got with a friend of mine who sadly doesn't like to be on YouTube or filmed. Doesn't even want to do a picture one, which I've done before. People take photos of the game. Just, I don't know, he's funny. Anyway, but I have another friend who is okay with that, so with that I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a game with him one day as well. Then I can film it then. But anyway, this upcoming game I've got wondering what I should take. I'm thinking of Necrons, because I haven't played Necrons in an age. So what I'll do, probably, well, I don't know what he's going to bring yet either. Might just leave it as a surprise. Surprise! Right, turn this on the side. I was painting these lamps, or whatever the hell they are. It's rubbish day tomorrow, as in our rubbish gets collected and our bins are full. Really been quite ruthless with some stuff been throwing out recently, and it's a good feeling, you know, getting rid of rubbish and crap and that you've been keeping for years, and you're thinking, why have I been keeping this? This makes no sense. We do it though, don't we? Especially us wargamers. We hoard stuff because it might come in handy possibly one day. But I'm probably worse than most people for that. But when I do have my ruthless period of throwing stuff out, I am quite ruthless then, and it's a really good feeling. Going through, getting rid of loads of junk that you just, you're not gonna use it. It's a really good feeling. Nearly there. Oh my word. this. I think I'm going to stop after this lot because you know I need to change my water to do other stuff, and I don't want the video becoming too disjointed or anything. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's all the gold I'm going to be needing. I think so. I think that's quite smashing. So I'll pop him over there. And he can dry nicely. And I think that's going to be, so it's going to be a short one. Unless I can find some more metallics to do. And I don't think... Let me have a look at Slime Marbo a minute. Maybe the camera down there. So, good old Sly. Don't think, well... No, I don't think so. Excuse me. Right, well, I think that's undone then, I really do. Unless there's anything on Marnius Calgar. Let's have a look here. Wouldn't be using that brush anyway. Zoom in, Mr. Calgar. Up a bit. Oh, there we go. Up a bit, left a bit, right a bit. Marnius Calgar. It's nice to do a bit of miniature painting again after painting the house. We're going to be, it's kind of a long-term project for us actually, painting our house. We are intending to refurbish our living room eventually, which will culminate in us having to wallpaper the entire room. It's quite a big room, and as I haven't wallpapered in a while, I'm talking several years, I wanted to get a little bit of practice in, so I've opted to re-wallpaper a section of our downstairs hallway, and I've successfully removed the paper. I could do some sanding today, but I'd rather the polyfiller had a chance to dry thoroughly. It was dry, but I really want it to set harder when I sand it off. I find polyfiller is a bit like green stuff. You put it on, you sand it over, and it comes out of the hole or whatever. Which is quite irritating. So yeah, but it's just thinking of it all on a larger scale. It's just modelling on a larger scale. And then I don't feel so bad when I'm doing it. It's just a new technique. Well, one I haven't used in a while. Marnius Calgar's got skulls on his knuckles. So we want to make sure we get those in. So get these knuckles done. He's quite a bit of a hero himself in his own right, Marnius Calgar. He was there with Gilliman on his Gilliman's Return. He's been leading the Ultramarines up to this point, hasn't he? Or up to that point, I should say. Doing a pretty good job of it too. As soon as Gilliman rises, he sort of, yeah, the Ultramarines are yours, Gilliman recognises that too. I think his gold's done. He's got a sword to go on, I know. Anything on his sword? I'll do the hilt gold. Right, I'll just paint this little bit and then I will be done. So let me know what you're working on. I'll say that now in case I forget to say it on the outro. I'd like to know as well if you're working on like a single model or like a unit or whatever. Actually, don't want to do the end of the pommel. Yes, I do. Haha. There. Now, so cleaning my brushes out. I think this is where I call it a day. The state of this water, you would not want to drink that. You get heavy metal poisoning. Right, glasses off. Yeah, so I'm going to end it here. There, so thanks once again for joining me on this episode of On The Bench. Love doing these On The Bench episodes, and I've got no choice but to do these at the moment whilst my knee is bad, and I'm doing stuff on the house. What I'm looking forward to doing in this summer though is some more of my Memory Lane series, but that does involve walking sometimes. Well, it will for the next good few episodes, I would imagine. Then I've got big plans on like the whole nostalgia trip and all that kind of thing as I was growing up. So thank you once again. Remember, all brushes lead to war, and bye for now.